Why, hello everybody. It's been a while since I made a Street Fighter video, and I kind of want to talk about some things. So, today, right now, at the time we're recording, it's May 29th. As of literally in 1 week from now, Season 3 for Street Fighter 6 is about to drop. And my oh my, has it been a ride for this game. This game has gone through, honestly, if you think about it, not much. It's gone through a lot, but it's not gone through like a lot in terms of like, oh, the meta and shit and stuff like that. It's been quite the same. And yeah, so here we are. The game is about to turn 2 years old. Capcom posted that about a 2-year celebration, like for drive tickets, extreme battles and stuff, a shop sale as well, so that's gonna be kind of cool. Yeah, they're having that stuff going on, and then there's like a illustration, what's the word I'm looking for, like for the Here Comes a New Challenger portraits. So like they're gonna, you know, make different, they're gonna have like a contest like they did last year, so that's really cool. I really had to ask some of my Cami comrades, if you will, to, you know, do this, because, hey, we love our Cami, right? But anyway, so that's what's going on, and I'm nervous. I'm nervous for Season 3, you know, with the quote-unquote rumor going on with, like, the whole parry, or what's it called? Not really rumor, but it's apparently happening with the parries. You know, where perfect parries aren't going to be brain dead anymore. You have to hold back MPMK together to actually parry like everything else, and then down back MPMK for lows. So that's going to be something to get used to. I'm not going to sugarcoat that. Because, I mean, it will make, you know, parries less brain dead, as in this clip you'll see. Yeah, you can see why I'm saying perfect parry is brain dead, and that's not even me being... that's the nicest way to put it, I guess. Yeah, because you can just do it anytime on wake up, neutral, someone's trying to pressure you, you tap parry, and boom, perfect parry. You're good. So, with that being said, I hope for some nice changes, mainly system-wide issues, more like. I'm not really too worried about character balancing, other than your character specifics like Rashid level 2 and Bison's damage. Well, I mean, that can be said about other characters too, but still, Akuma is Akuma. His dive kick is plus as hell, even when it's not really that good. Like when you position it, I mean, when you position it in the most horrible possible way and neutral, it is like neutral on block. So that's one thing, but you know, I can go on and on about balancing. I don't know honestly what Capcom's gonna do. I really, if I'm being genuinely honest with you, I really do not know. I feel like what they're gonna do, like if you want an actual answer of what I think they could do, they're probably gonna be very conservative about what they're gonna do, genuinely speaking, because let's put our thinking caps on for a second, guys. There are other fighting games. There's Mortal Kombat 1 and Tekken 8, which are having their own issues. You got Mortal Kombat 1 that is dealing with a definitive edition. It's done, essentially, is what I'm trying to say. It's on its definitive edition. The game is no longer going to receive updates other than balances or bug fixes. Other than that, that's about it. And then for Tekken 8 right now is, even though it's not as bad as how Season 2 started, you know, it's not 100% there. Like, the game is still in need of fixes. And that's not going to happen until June 3rd. and then you got June 5th for Street Fighter 6. You got these two games coinciding together. It's basically competition, and that's how we like it, right? We got one game where it's very successful, where the meta is very boring, basically. I'm not even sugarcoating that. And then you got another game where it's, don't get me wrong, it is doing amazing in general. Like the whole like franchise of Tekken is actually not doing that bad. It's sold, if anything, it's sold like if I remember correctly, I'm not sure if it sold more than Street Fighter. I could be wrong about that, but yeah, it's to the point where all these games are competing with each other. So I want to see how this will go about, because you got June 3rd for Tekken 8, which will change. It will be the quote-unquote defensive patch. We're gonna see a lot of shit change, hopefully. And I feel that even though these are two completely different games, the balancing is very, for the most part, conservative. But for the recent Tekken 8 patch, they basically just nerfed everyone's damage. So I wouldn't really call it conservative at that point. But anyway, yeah, maybe everything will go well. I feel Capcom's not going to change too much. I mean, I can list I could probably list one thing that they could do, but another thing that they also could do. But even those two like thinking processes, like those philosophies, could they even do it in the first place? Could they nerf the system more? Could they buff the system more? Or could they, or shit, fuck the system at that point? Maybe possibly nerf Bison again, which they kinda did, but not really. They nerfed a little bit of his damage, so instead of 75, he'll get 70 or something. And then Scissor Kicks is spammable, and it basically got nerfed, but it got buffed, so it essentially didn't mean much at all. Or maybe Geef, right? Geef had a lot of time in the oven, right? He was really good. Like, he was doing really good this season, or like half of it, really. Maybe Geef could get nerfed, because grapplers have a history of being really good for like a season and then call it a day. And most likely that'll be the case, because the Japanese players do not fucking like him. But I could be wrong. I could be very much wrong. I really do not know, guys. I really do not know. You'll hear... I really don't know what they're gonna do. I really do not know. They could just like make some changes, like obviously some substantial changes, but they're gonna try to be conservative, especially with their competition kind of going about and how successful this game is right now. This game is like on the market, one of the best fighting games right now on the market. So I wouldn't, as a business, I wouldn't fuck with that. You know what I mean? I wouldn't basically I wouldn't make this become the Tekken 8 Season 2 situation, is what I'm trying to say. I would not bother with that. I would not do that. And I would not go through a history of endless amount of patches to fix the game. So who knows? I don't want to jinx it and be like, oh, Capcom's gonna pull a Tekken 8 Season 2. No, we do not want that. We do not want that. I know that was a bit. And I'm not gonna make this video too long, but I also want to just say one quick thing. If I had to give Season 2, like say one thing about Season 2, right? This season wasn't bad, but it also wasn't great, I guess? It was just boring. It was just there, is what I'm trying to say. Like this, look, Bison, Terry, Mai, oh shit, they disappeared. They were cool additions, right? Bison was there, you know? Bison was a return, got everyone hooked. And then Terry and Mai, and then Elena. I don't know, like, this season wasn't really that interesting. It was boring for a lot of people. The meta was stale. It hasn't really changed much. And then I guess I'll have to explain this one. I don't have to explain this too much in detail, but the lack of outfits was definitely a yeah, this was definitely a call out. And I know Capcom confirmed that they're gonna release more during season 3 or sometime during season 3, which is really good to know. But man, dude, the fact that we went through a whole season with no outfits. Meanwhile, on Tekken 8 side, everyone gets a new outfit. Or shit, actually better yet, you don't even have to release outfits. You can just use the Tekken 8 based outfits, and that even then, even at its worst, because that game doesn't that at its core, it's basically not as good as like even Tekken 7 or Tekken 6, because Tekken 6 and Tag 2 were like considered to be one of the best ones. Even though Tekken 7's customization wasn't that good either, but it's miles better than Tekken 8. And Tekken 8's customization right now, with all the new customization stuff from the shop, from the Tekken shop, it's miles better. But that's like paid cosmetics is what I'm trying to say. So I hope that we get more outfits. Look, we know these are expensive. Look, these are 300 fighter coins. And the thing is, people are actually want to spend their money. People actually want to spend their money. This is like the ongoing thing that has been going on for so long. And then meanwhile, as that's going, you got Avatar, costumes going on that no one really, much cares. So yeah, this is what Capcom's been doing for a while. They've been doing this for 2 years at this point, guys. The game is about to be 2 years old. I will make a separate video about that. So yeah, that's kind of what's going on. So to say this season, like overall, yeah, it was lackluster. I can't even lie. It was definitely lackluster. But I do appreciate they added some stuff like this, like sound effects for the challenger screen, like
here comes a new challenger. You must crush them. Your team is challenging you. You have been challenged.
Yeah, that's kind of sick, I can't lie. So stuff like that's cool, but kind of just want a shake-up in the meta, is what I'm trying to say. That's not even just me, that's everybody. Everybody wants that at this point. So I'm not gonna make this video too long. So yeah, that's kind of that's kind of where we are with this game. We would like some changes for this game to have. It's been a while, so be careful what you wish for, guys. Be careful what you wish for. You do not want to have something that may sound good on paper, but in the actual reality of the situation of the actual game, it may not be what you actually wanted, and then we want to revert it. Okay? We do not want a Tekken 8 Season 2. And oh man, I cannot tell you. I have met some SF players that are actually, worried about this, about Season 3. Because we do not want, like I said, we do not want a Tekken 8 Season 2. That's gonna that's gonna bother a lot of players, and, gonna get players off this game in 0.2 seconds, if I'm being honest. So, yeah, I hope things, shake up, but in a good way, not in a bad way. So yeah, I hope for the best. So yeah, to end this video off, please guys, tell me what you guys want for Season 3 and what you don't want for Season 3 to be changed. Leave your opinions in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.